Hi again. So today, my topic I wanted to talk about was when it all started, when I was stuck. That's actually when I was depressed. I More often than not, I think people are depressed and we're just afraid to know it because some of us were raised in families where words like depression, anxiety, and mental disorders or anything along those lines were taboo, because all that went under the blanket of crazy. And it's only because they didn't know. They didn't know, and I get that. So anyways, let's fast forward to about 7 years ago when I was stuck. I was stuck bad. So it was after my husband died. We were very enmeshed in each other's lives, and we had no children. Therefore, when he died, I was spiraling. I was alone. I felt like I lost my left arm and my right leg. Like he made everything work, and I didn't know how to do it without him because we were such an amazing team. And I just kept getting deeper and deeper into this depression, and I wore it like a big heavy blanket. I loved it. I'd come home right from work and I'd sit there and I'd be depressed and smoke half a pack of cigarettes a day and drink and eat whatever I wanted, and it just took its toll on me. And so that was some big parts about the beginning of my journey, is identifying those things, working on those things, embracing those things, because you can't be on a wellness journey unless you move through stuff. So that was some of the first stuff I moved through. I've always had a issue with food, and it's a mild issue, but I love food. But I also made food my best friend, and it never left me like smoking did. So modifying those behaviors were a big part of working through my depression, working with a therapist, getting on the right antidepressants. All those things made the journey possible. Because I don't know if you can go through these things without help. And you don't always have to be medicine, but you have to have a game plan. You have to have people that are going to guide you. You're going to have to do research, and all of those things, like I was saying in another one, like they make your team. So that's where I started. And from doing that, a lot of things bubbled up to the surface. I'm much more aware. This is all, wellness journey. A big part of a wellness journey is a self-awareness journey. Is you have to be able to name these things about you and embrace them and work with them instead of against them. And so with my depression and my anxiety and my ADHD, I own that stuff. I get it. It does not excuse behavior, but a lot of times it lets me know why I have that behavior. So being self-aware, you can catch yourself a little bit more. You can apologize for your behavior. You can work on all of those things before they get dark and dirty and something called shame. So the more you don't address these things, the more shame you feel. The more shame you feel, the more guilt you have. The more guilt you have, just this ridiculous circle. Well, it was in my world. And so some other things that I learned in this beginning part were like I felt worthless about myself. And that was not just through the 6 years. That was overall. There was a lot of things that compounded in my past that allowed me to believe that I was worthless when I wasn't. So a lot of things came to the forefront last year by reading some books and talking to the right people and finding out that I'm not worthless. And it's hard for me to say that. It's very difficult for me to say that, but it's true. I am not worthless. I'm absolutely worthy of whatever this universe wants me to experience and benefit from. and I'm in a great place now where I'm accepting that. And it's hard to get there, but you have to. And part of the ways that I get to those things is through talk therapy, not just with a phone screen, but with a therapist, with the right friends. I also journal. And this is a form of journaling, but writing things down, believe it or not, and going back and reading them, you'd be amazed at your frame of mind. Like, you didn't know you felt abandoned. So you got to do these things. They're just baby steps. That's all they are. And then, like, for me, a huge part of my therapy was Mother Nature therapy. It's getting out here every day. If possible, I have to do it, even if it's raining. And that, what you hear there is like that noise of a waterfall. That's part of what helps me go to sleep at night. Is water. It's very soothing to me. So, I mean, when you start your journey, if you haven't already, is look for these things. Like, what puts a smile on your face right away? Like, that is going to be something that you want to put in your toolbox. And, or something that, like, makes you feel like you took a big, deep breath. You got to put that in your toolbox. So these things, like, this is a journey of self-discovery, and you're only going to be more amazing and more powerful and more empowered when you know these things about yourself. So start writing them down like I do. I got notebooks of this stuff. I love it because I go back, and it's like reading a book. But all right, so now I'm fired up. I'm going to get on my walk in the rain, and can't wait to talk to you guys next time. All right, have a good one. Bye.
Sitting on the front porch on a Sunday afternoon, just me and a buddy who I've known for a few years. We figure since the weather's nice, we might as well soak up the sights of Nashville with no suits and ties around. Conversation covers everything and in between, from Grandpa's health to marrying good girls. Oh, we ain't up to nothing, just solving all the problems of the world. We joke and laugh at the present and past, how some things do and some don't last, like friends you make round here sometimes somehow just disappear. Oh, it's funny too.